Happy weekend, everybody. It's Friday evening, 5 p.m. here down in South Louisiana. And just want to do a quick weekend wrap up video for you. End of the week video. I'm sure I'll do another one before the weekend's over with all the new news constantly coming out and everything like that. First, before we go any further, I'm asking everybody to please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to build this channel up with the bull market coming in. There's a lot of new projects constantly dropping, a lot of new news and stuff like that. And I'm trying to bring y'all a channel that's not really overproduced like some of these big YouTube channels, and trying to just bring it to you straightforward. You know, I know some channels go crazy and stuff like that with some things, and I'm trying to just bring it to you kind of from an older perspective, if that makes sense. So I'm really trying, everyone. So if y'all can just subscribe, share, like, do whatever y'all got to do, I really appreciate that. You know, scroll through some of my videos. I know the best way to build a channel is to concentrate on one subject. And while I'm trying to build up the channel a little bit, I'm really here to help people also. But I'm also trying to bring stuff that's also interesting from down in South Louisiana. So you will see cooking videos. I'm hoping that Sunday I will be able to do a gumbo. A lot of people have asked for a gumbo video. I am very scared on doing a gumbo video because there's been more fights that has started in probably the South over gumbo and jambalaya than y'all would ever imagine. Everybody does gumbo different, and everybody is a critique. But y'all have asked for it, so what the hell? I might as well try it. That's my plan for Sunday. Don't know when that's going to get released because I'm still working on a hunting video also, and the hunting video is nowhere as exciting for how long it's taken me to put that together. So please go ahead and like this video and subscribe, and let's get started. This video is brought to you by CB Synthetics. CB Synthetics is the AMSOIL distributor that's been in business for close to 17 years now. If you're not familiar with AMSOIL, AMSOIL is one of the top rated synthetics on the market today. They were the first synthetic oil out for automobiles back in the early 70s. They started the synthetic craze, and they make synthetic oil for boats, vehicles, trucks, cars, race cars, motorcycles. The motorcycle oil is very, very popular. It has shown to increase horsepower, let the engines run cooler, and it's a very popular product. Independent labs have shown that this protects better. It's very famous with the popular with the diesel engine oils and gasoline vehicles and everything like that. But you can go to cbsynthetics.com and check that out. Also, there's a Facebook page for CB Synthetics. Check that out and come shop today. So I've hit on one of my last videos, BitHarvest Studios. When we were working on the previous project that starts with a D, that I'm not going to say their name any longer, a lot of people asked about Bobcat miners, and these guys have a history with some of the helium miners, and they are producing firmware that will work with Bobcat miners, but not only just for one project. They're planning on doing it for several projects. So you can see here that their Luna is named after one of the main guys who y'all probably have seen him in the Discord before. And in the Discord, he goes by source _code, and it also says BitHarvest Studio behind his name now. But he had a puppy dog that passed away that he was very fond of. And if y'all are like me, when you lose an animal, it's kind of like losing a child. And he dedicated this firmware to the name of that dog, which was Luna. And as y'all can see on this video right here, you can see how it will have a lot of different projects all enclosed into this one device. So you can see you got Wingbits and Things 1X and Pawns and Honeygain and Helium and Crank and Earn app. And the website, which is BitHarvest.studio, you can click up here on the Luna Bobcat section, and I'm not going to read all this to you because I know that gets boring on YouTube videos, but read everything they say about the Bobcats. I know I have 3 Bobcats. I trust this guy so much on the guy's source code. I have actually spoken to him on the phone several times, back when we were dealing with the previous project and now, and I trust this guy a lot. He's even told me where he lived at, and I could verify him and all this stuff like that. But I trust him, and I've actually just sent him one of my Bobcats because it was one of the rarer ones that they needed for testing. I sent mine to him. But you can go here and read about the Bobcats and what they will be able to do with them and everything like that. And they're doing something with these Bobcats that nobody else has been able to do. So you click up here on their roadmap, and it will tell you what their roadmap is and kind of where they are with everything like that. One thing I will very highly suggest everybody go to their Discord. So their Discord is very active, and I will say I feel like I'm doing a disservice with this video because I'm not even touching on a lot of stuff that they're doing, but they're very active. Several of these guys in here, Mowgli, who's with BitHarvest Studio, is in here. There are several guys in here from BitHarvest that are very active. It's several people in here, and you can tell them what apps you'd like to see. Eric Anderson, if I'm pronouncing his last name right, Anderson. He's in here. Y'all know him from a lot of these other groups also. Mowgli's in a lot of groups also. 619 Oda, y'all know him. Not that he's with the project, but this is a guy I trust also. He has been in a lot of projects. Simon on security, y'all have seen him on a lot of projects. I'm not speaking for these guys, on what they do or don't agree with or anything like that, but I like to see these type of guys in some of these projects. They're also in Wingbits and stuff because these guys have been through the tough times with us with helium, and look, me and 619 Oda, a while back in helium, we've had our very colorful discussions and stuff like that. But at this point, because we've been through that, at least my feelings is I trust him, and I trust Simon on security, and I trust some of these guys that we've been through all this, through the thick and thin, through some of these other projects that I think now, how it is. And, when y'all first get in some of these projects, it's kind of like a, I don't want to say totem pole type thing or anything like that. But after a couple of years of being and going through that kind of stuff, you start respecting these guys because they know what the hell they're talking about. And that's just the best way to see it. And that's how I feel about these guys. Big Maxi from the previous project also, Prey and CryptoJet, like these Deal Cracker. I trust a lot of these guys. Ghosty is in here, and I trust these guys. I trust this project, and I think y'all need to really be looking into BitHarvest Studio. Don't sleep on them. Get into this Discord, start reading on what's going on with it, and find out what they're doing with Bobcat miners and with their other projects. So one of their big releases that they also just came up with, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even know this was going on. I'm slacking. I feel bad because I have been pushing these guys hard, and I didn't even know this went on. But they released their own community token yesterday, and you can see where they are with their community token. And I personally have, and again, none of this is financial advice, so I got to say that first. This is just something that I'm jumping into, but they are doing some airdrops with it if you do certain things. And I didn't have time really to look into that, so I just connected my wallet to some Solana, swapped it out, and I just grabbed some of this BHST. So that's something that I support these guys, and I like what they're doing, and it's just something I just wanted to jump into. I'm not saying y'all have to do it or anything like that, but you might be just something, a little degen type trade or anything like that. But y'all come in here and y'all look at and see what they're doing. Find out, what they're about. And I think it's a good project that y'all need to be looking into. Another thing about BitHarvest is you read down here on their on one of their announcements, they are using Solana. One reason they did that is they know there's a lot of us that came from HNT, from Helium, and also have IoT. And it looks like there's going to be a way of possibly swapping this IoT for BHST and also to be able to get firmware and stuff like that, which I think is a very cool thing. You know, depending on how you feel about your IoT, it's a way of getting into this project, which technically not coming out of your pocket if you don't have to, you know, buy a license like you do with some of these other projects. So I think that's a cool idea also. So y'all make sure y'all read up about all this. All right. For my Degen trade, again, not financial advice, just for a little fun, if you call it that. But Husky. And I was watching George. I am George. We're all George last night. And George is somebody who I really watch. He doesn't really get off the Bitcoin train too much. But last night he happened to be talking about some you know, meme coins and stuff that could 100x. And last night he was talking about Husky, which is basically AVAX or Avalanche's meme coin. And you look at last night where this was when George talked about it, and you're looking at about a 0.000039 or something like that, and then you look at how much this is going up, you know, since then, and it's absolutely stupid. So 118%. At one time, it was up to about 130%. So I have picked up. I had a little bit of. Look, I'm talking about a little bit. I'm not talking about I'm not putting hundreds of dollars in this. I'm talking about, you know, I'm the poor dad. So, you know, today's payday. So I always DCA into a couple of different things. I bought my usual Cardano. I bought my usual Atom. The things are surging right now. But I said, hey, let me buy a little bit of AVAX. Brought it over and did a little swap. And I bought a little bit of Husky. What the hell, you know? This is not even really on any big exchanges yet. You know, you're looking at this price right here. You look at how much it's up in a day, 155, almost 156%. And this is not even on any exchanges. I got it through Trader Joe, the Avalanche exchange, and that's what I did is I Trader Joe little account, bought some AVAX on Coinbase. It was the easiest way, moved it to Trader Joe, swapped that over to Husky, and I'm just going to hold it there for now. And you know, there's two things that could happen with this. Again, not financial advice. Please, not financial advice. But two things that could happen. We've watched some of these meme coins that when they finally got to an exchange and people could buy them and get in on the hype, they went crazy and went up. We have also watched where people accumulated all this stuff, and when it finally went to a good, real, big exchange, it completely dumped on them. And people got wrecked. So you have to be careful when you're playing with this kind of stuff. But hey, with all these zeros in the front, it's AVAX's, supposedly, from what was said last night, AVAX's, you know, big coin. I just thought I'd share that with you, just in case some of y'all like to play with some of these degen trades and stuff like that. I know that. But again, not financial advice. Never play with money that you don't want to risk losing or anything like that. But who knows, man? You know, if it goes up a little bit, and I turn my $25 or $30 into $60 or $100, I'll be happy. And we're still big on Wingbits also, just to, you know, so we can say we didn't forget about that one also. Wingbits are still cruising along here. Hey, it's payday. Buy another $20 hex. And in 2 weeks, when another payday comes, I'm going to buy another $20 hex. So it's just a small little investment in this. And, you know, I don't really know which hex I'm buying next. I know I have miners that are covering from all the way over here to, you know, Crestview, Florida, Pensacola. These are all mine. And all this right here, this train going to, I call it the train of Disney World, Miami. But so right now, I'm missing out on that. I'm missing out on this. So, you know, I'll probably buy one of these, and I'm just going to buy one. And just next payday, I'll buy another one. And that's how I'm hitting Wingbits. You know, as far as that other project's concerned, what I'm getting wind of is what I'm told is that's the project that starts with a D. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Is that they took the planes away from the wallets because they're getting rid of the Mongo script, and they will be enforcing their own script soon. I'm getting mixed stories about if you already have a miner that you will be grandfathered and allowed to continue to mine other projects. along with defli, but either way you're gonna have to. Well, I said I wasn't gonna say the name, but it slipped. But either way, you will be able to dual mine, and then I know if you're bringing in a new miner, you will not be able to dual mine. What's your thoughts on that as your own personal thoughts? But I still have a couple of miners still going with them that I paid for licenses for. I still have, just so we can clear the air. I cleared the air in one of my last videos, just so we can, just so I can say I'm not lying or I'm cleared. Everybody, y'all know I'm a straight shooter with y'all. But anything that I paid for hosted, where somebody else is hosting it, which will be my drodec station and my D Sky stations, I'm still getting rewards on those and just letting them accumulate. They're talking about in their Discord, he keeps talking about that there will be a exchange listing next week for defli. We've heard that before, and if y'all want to get y'all hopes up on that, y'all can. Hey, for the goodness of the project, I hope it's accurate and true, but I'm not putting my hopes up until I see it, just because we've been through this road 2, 3, 4 times before. So in closing again, please, y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all help me out. And also ordering 1 or 2 more parts for my new computer build that I got a little video on. Trying to build the computer. I don't have a real nice desktop for the house. That's going to be kind of anticipation for the bull market upcoming, so I can do trading and watch different things on different monitors and TV and stuff like that in there, and working on converting a spare bedroom at the house that wasn't being used other than for storage into a kind of a make-believe YouTube studio. But I need y'all support for that. Just strictly subscribing and liking this. So I'm sure we'll be back over the weekend with more news. Just please be careful with this. I'm seeing a lot of people on Facebook thinking that we going up, and I'm watching videos today from 1 or 2 YouTube channels that I really, really respect, and they're all saying the same thing. Yes, this might go up to 48, 49,000. That's what they're calling for right now. I'm not going to sit and predict that, because I'm trying to take care of y'all, but we will see some type of decent correction. We still have a halving coming up in 2 or 3 months, 3, 4 months actually, and there's always been this huge correction. So I think we're going to get this correction soon. What Vet did is very nice. What Adam has been doing is very, very nice. Cardano today had a magnificent day. It hit 6 cents right here, bounced back a little bit, and looks like it's going to retest something. But I think we've had some good days. Helium, everybody's going crazy about helium because of this the cellular thing that's finally went by nationwide. I'll keep my personal opinions, since I know a little bit about RF and that kind of stuff, keep my personal opinions out of this one for now. But just because I like to see the fact that this right here has happened. But ladies and gentlemen, we all know, at least us who have been in crypto for a while, we know that when you have some kind of jump like this in 15 minutes, 62% jump in 15 minutes, 30 minutes maybe, that's something to be cautious about. But we've been holding that now though, but what, 2, 3 days, it's slowly coming back down. But I know people who sold some HNT up here. Me, I'm holding a lot of HNT, and I'm disgusted that I was warning people in the Facebook at $20 and $25 when they came down from 40 to sell, and I didn't sell. And then I told people at $5 and $6 to sell, and I still didn't sell and then went down to $1. Now it's back up to $5. I know some people who have taken profits. I'm hard-headed, and I'm holding for now, because if this project lasts, the mining aspect is screwed, but this project lasts, hey, maybe it goes back up to $10, $15. Who knows? A lot of stuff runs in the bull market. So I think the meme coin thing is gonna start going crazy at some point. You'll know what happens is people start buying Bitcoin, they make profit, then that starts flattening out. They'll move it to Ethereum at some point, then that starts flattening out, then it starts moving into these alts. It's kind of the same little cycle that goes on. So then eventually it's going to go to your meta coins. So y'all just be careful with this. Nothing goes up forever. take profits, take profits, take profits. That's going to be my motto this entire bull cycle is take profits. It was disgusting watching this hodl and watching my Bitcoin or my crypto Exodus wallet drop by 90% because everything was hodl. So take profits. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll be back with some other videos later on. Have a good one.